Our industry struggles mightily with failed software projects. On average, half of projects still fail, and failure is defined as the executive who authorized the budget wishing that he hadn't. The project is so over budget in this case and so over schedule that the company would have been better off having never even started it. And even in the middle of these projects, executives can feel powerless to abort it for fear of the sunken costs. They've already put so much money into it. And without knowing the right questions to ask or the right reports to demand, the executive in charge doesn't feel in charge at all. And he's left choosing between just trusting the team, you know, still longer as it goes on, or perhaps exercising a nuclear option to just can and fire the entire team and cancel the entire project and just have nothing to show for it. Now, right now, if you're an executive overseeing a software group, I want to equip you with the tools to do that well. And if you work on a software team in the software team, go ahead and use this advice that I'm giving you here to give your software executive the information that he needs to know to know that the project is on track, and or the insight to know that the team needs to do what the team needs in order to do a good job. Now, from here out, though, I'll call you the software executive. All right. Even though maybe some of you have never programmed any code before in your life, you are running a software team. Their success is going to steer your future career. And so this is important. Don't keep going on faith. Don't proceed. Just keep on going down the path, merely trusting that someone is going to, do the right job, that someone else reporting to you knows how to do your oversight job for you. Lean in. And I'm going to give you the questions to ask, the tools to use, and the practices to deploy so that you can safely guide your software project to success. And most importantly, if your current software project is veering towards failure, I'm going to empower you to stop the bleeding and get it back on track. All right. Before diving into this guidance, I want to paint a mental picture, get a mental model for you. Think of every other department in the company. Think of every group. Think of every team, every branch of the org chart. Each one of them is responsible for delivering some output valuable to the business. And each of these teams also needs some inputs in order to deliver those results. And if the outputs are not delivered, the team's leader is typically replaced. That's just how it goes. And the leaders who excel are the ones that can set up the team members for success. All right, let's look at this mental model. All right, imagine a factory is arranged well and operates efficiently every single day in a safe manner. The assembly line flows at a good speed with incoming materials being delivered at the right cadence to keep it going. Quality issues are prevented and possible ones are detected very early. Hourly and daily throughput measures are tallied and reported up the management chain. Quality and throughput measures are paired with acceptable thresholds and established as a standard with better numbers as stretch targets. Okay. Then the executive in charge ensures that the factory or assembly line is organized in a way where each team member understands the job and what activities they're going to take to meet the targets. What we don't do is declare a building to be the manufacturing plant and then just ask the team to come to work inside it one day and then come back and check a month later. The people we staff on the team are typically not the same people needed in order to design the process for how the team should work. Factory would never work that way. And in software, Scrum has done the industry a big disservice by spreading the notion of self-organizing teams as an absolute. Even the certified Scrum Masters are trained to ask the team what they want to do and then work to remove blocking issues. That's highly simplified, I know, but I've been certified as a certified Scrum Master. So I've been through it earlier in my career. And the Scrum Master works to remove blocking issues to get the team down the road. This isn't leadership. Only when a team is working in an efficient manner can the lower level details be turned over for self organization. An appropriate leader, that's you, is always necessary to put the overall structure in place for the team so that real measurable throughput can build momentum. I've started out with that factory and assembly line analogy, and many knowledge workers will rightfully object that the nature of work in software is different. And it is. Earlier in my career, I was one of the self organization promoters, and I was banging the drum about knowledge work being unestimatable or unmeasurable. But speaking for myself, what I liked most about that message was that it gave me space to dive into the work without having to report up as much. It gives me more space as a programmer. But what it didn't produce was less risk for the executive who authorized the project budget in the first place. So this challenge exists in all the fields of knowledge work as well. Managerial, accounting, and CPAs, they also have tough problems that don't have just rote solutions. Rote solutions have really been automated away by good accounting software. But if your CPA takes forever to figure something out and then bills you twice as much as you budgeted, then you still have a problem. Sales is also another area that has some similarities between the quote magic of software development. You want a certain pace of sales, and the staff just want to get to work. They want to start selling. But seasoned sales executives who are overseeing the sales team, they know that without a good sales team process, the closed sales are not going to happen. And even enterprise sales can take 3 to 6 months or longer. They just don't ride on the quote trust me message from the sales rep. Good sales executives, good sales executive leaders put in place processes with measures, like the number of leads contacted, the number of meetings, the number of emails, phone calls, networking events, and the like. My goal in this introduction is to suggest that we dispense with any notion that software is too complex to be managed like other departments in the business. I've been managing programmers for 17 years and was an individual programmer long before that. All we have to do is raise up the conversation from the technical jargon, and we can get to a place of business language where all the executive tools still apply. Whether you like to use OKRs or the EOS L10 meetings with a scorecard or just regular weekly metrics, you can apply the oversight methods of your other teams and your executive peers. You can apply those to your software team. While you're enjoying your high-performing team, stay vigilant. Recognize when you need to go back and redo some of the parts of the process. When you add a person to the team, when a person leaves the team, back up to skills assessment and skills inventory. Review the team alignment template. Allow the now changed team to form again, storm again, norm again, so that they can perform again. Keep them equipped. Make sure that every member of your team has an avenue for ongoing professional development. Keep measuring the team. After all, A players look forward to the report card. Create an environment where A players can celebrate. Your less than A players will probably self-select themselves out. But when you identify a B player, craft a professional development plan with them so that they become an A player. Your A players want to work with other A players. And they want to work in an area where it's normal to succeed. The working environment that you've crafted for them is going to empower them to succeed, and they won't want to work anywhere else. You will have crafted a team with longevity that has established quality, achieved stability, and is increasing its speed of delivery each day. So to conclude, I just want to tell you, you have what it takes to oversee your team as a software executive. You can do it. By implementing these principles, leading your team with a scorecard of relevant measures, and putting into place these team practices, you will have a team that is an asset to your business. I know you can do it, and we're here to guide. May God grant you wisdom as you lead your team.